Hey guys, welcome back. Tigers Media here, KT. Hope you're all well. Today we're going to be looking at the beautiful new Canon M mount Sigma 16mm prime lens. And what a beauty she is. Let's get this party started. Intro, please. Rightio guys, let's get into this little beautiful thing. Now these little primes just got released by Sigma. There was 3 of them. There's a 16mm, the wide angle, a 30mm and a 56mm. Now they're all autofocus, which is fantastic because the biggest problem in the manual in the M range for Canon is, apart from the Canon lenses, which are nice but don't really give you that variety, only other real options are manual lenses up until now. There's this Tamron, which is a 18-200, and then that's about it. That's the only ones that have autofocus that I could find. Did some research, and that's pretty much everything. You can fit a million manual lenses on, but without that autofocus, just a little bit tricky. And I really wanted to give this a try. I had a beautiful 7 Artesians 12mm, a manual focus one, but it just wasn't good for what I wanted for, which was to do vlogging with. And with this on, I can basically sit at my desk here and get a full frame out, and it looks really, really good. The quality out of the lens is amazing. I'm super stoked with it. Now this is a contemporary range from Sigma. As we know, they do an art series, which is their top of the range. They say it rivals quality of an art series, and realistically I'd say it's not far off. It is a fantastic looking piece of glass, and it's given me some fantastic images. I've got some great photos. We're going to go through them in a little bit and have a bit of a play with them and show you what it can and can't do. Only thing I have noticed was on the Canon 50 there was a little bit of autofocus jittering. So it'd pick up, and then a couple of times it sort of just pulsed a little bit and settled back down, and then it was fine again. But it's only happened maybe once or twice, and it's like it just had trouble. Whatever it was picking up to focus on, it just was picking up a couple of things. I'm not sure if that's just because it's a wide angle lens, or if it was one of the settings I had on, but I only noticed it once, maybe twice in the last, I guess, 3 weeks that I've had it. So pretty good in that regards. Other than that, it worked flawlessly. No troubles with it, and the low light is just insane. As I said to you, I've had a 7 Artesians 12mm. I wanted a nice big wide lens. I had that and tried to use that to vlog, which was fine manually when I was sitting here doing that at the desk, but I just couldn't get enough light. I had to have 2 big massive dome lights just to get enough light to use it. Now, as you can see, I've got 1 light and I've got that pushed right back, and I've got everything else turned off in the room, and a couple of just little fill-in RGBs. It's really good. Now, if I put the Sigma onto here now, this would just pop. I'd have to turn the ND filter on. That's how good that is. And we'll see that more once I go to the office and we start looking at the pictures. I'll show you a little bit more. So we're going to jump in now, have a look at some of the photos I've got. I've got probably about a dozen or so of them, a few from around Perth, some architectural types just out in the open, and a few from Bells Rapids, which is probably one of my favourite spots. And then I've got a couple of landscape ones here from work from the other day. I've got a sunset and I've got a sunrise. And then I'm going to finish off at the end. Stay around for the end because I did capture a couple of really nice time lapses of the sunrise, and it's a beautiful one over the mine. I think you'll love that. So yeah, that'll be right at the end. So hang on tight for that one. I'll try and not keep it too long for you. Let's get straight into this. Here we go. Okie doke. Now we'll go back here. So this is in Perth, first one. And this is my lovely wife. This is in the foreshore in Perth, and you can see here it's a 16mm, so I just wanted to show off that wide angle. I'm roughly about, I guess, 20-30 meters back from this, and it's a huge big tower right down on a circular quay, which has just been developed in Perth. It's probably the only thing we've got left from the boom, the iron ore boom. They spent a lot of money and just cut a big chunk out of the city. It's a gorgeous photo. Not only is there a gorgeous woman in there, but I think it's come up good because it's got the city in the background and it picks up those arches really nicely, and it's super crystal clear. I'll just shoot in here, let my computer catch up. So there, 1:1. You can see there with this lens, the backgrounds, it's at 16mm, f1.4, ISO 100. Is a really sunny day. 1/3200 a second. I probably didn't need to go anywhere near that fast. I'm not sure why I did. I think I just got a little bit, just upped it, so that was a bit strange. But yeah, you can see crystal clear. See if we can go into 3:1 and see how clear. It's just starting to fade out, but that's right in there. What about these backgrounds? Even those buildings in the background are pretty good for so far out. So that's a lovely photo, and yeah, really nice. And just shoot in, and you can see my wife. It's beautiful there. It's just starting to break up at 3:1, 1:1. It's a great photo. So it's come up really nice. Very happy with that one. Next, again, it's down on that foreshore, so you can see just on the left there, little brown building that's just there, and then right behind this little Christmas statue they've erected is the entranceway. But I thought it was really nice. I just wanted to get in and see if I could get some textures. And you can see here that's at 1:1. Up here, 16mm f1.4 again. And we'll go in right in on this one and see how it looks. And it looks very nice. Pretty happy, plenty of detail. Again, I wasn't that far behind this one. I was probably a couple of meters away, so that 16mm just really opens up. And you can, the background here, nice, just like it's not blown right out. That's come up good too. I'm happy with that photo. That's a really nice photo, I think. Hope you enjoyed it. Now this is the new Ritz-Carlton in Perth, again on the foreshore there. We just walked in to check it out. Looked at the foyer and these beautiful light display that they've got there. Really, really nice. And I think that photo's come up good. It's pretty, just basically walked in, just took a shot, all handheld, and it's come up really good. 200 a second, 1.4, and that light, it's got a nice colour to it with the lens. It's again, not a vintage lens as such, but crystal clear. Even at 1.4, it's pretty clear in the background here. Doesn't really blow out too much. No, looks pretty good. Not bad at all. I would have probably expected that to blow out a little bit more at the back here. I was focusing on these, and then even here maybe that's starting to blur out there. So it's got a nice soft little blur, soft there, but it's not like a real strong bokeh effect as such. Another nice photo from the walk that day. Went out for lunch. Now this is probably, I wanted to try to get a good example, get that depth of field and that what it's going to look like. So there was these row of trees just down the foreshore, a little shade, so it's a good spot to get in and get a good photo off. And you can see here that tree is just crystal clear, and then it has just everything in the background's gone out. Again, 1.4 ISO 100, and that was probably a better photo as an example for that bokeh and what it can do. And it really separates that front tree. You can see how much it's defined here. If we go 1:1 in there, just gone. Everything out the back's gone, which is fantastic. And then that tree is crystal clear. Very, very nice. 3:1. Well, that's right out. 3:1. That's probably might be my computer too, I think. She's loading a bit. So you can see that detail in there. It's a little bit out there, 3 to 1. 1 to 1, that's pretty good. The details crystal sharp. Very, very nice. So yeah, a nice little example of that depth of field there and that bokeh at the back. So that was pretty cool. Again, nice little shot. I was happy with that one. Another winner. Just walking around Perth City. It's a nice little flower bed. You can see here, I've got the foreground here in focus, and then it just dropped. Once you get all that colour in, you can just see it all just drop off, and I really, really like that one. That's come up super. Plenty of colour in there, just to give you a really good example of what it does. Again, it doesn't have that nice circular bokeh like your vintage lenses, like the Takamar 50mm, but it's a new lens. It's the new age. It's the new style of lenses. So none of the new ones really do that. This is what they wanted, and it achieves everything I'm after for that photo there. That's a beautiful photo, and it just drops off. You got about, what's that, about 10 inches I guess of focus, and then the whole background just becomes an oil painting. So that's pretty darn nice, and yeah, the lens just excelled. I don't think, apart from photos where I stuffed up, I don't think I took the lens made a bad photo. The lens is a fantastic bit of kit, and it's probably, if there's any faults here you see, it's probably me. So I'll apologise. It's either my bad editing, or I've stuffed up on my settings and stuff like that. But I've had some fantastic photos out of this, so I'm very happy. Rightio, now back out to Bells. The water's dropped heaps since even in the last couple of months since we last went out there to do some testing with the Takamar, and this water, if you have a look, I guess when I was out there last, this water would have been the first time I went. If you go, I'll put a link down below or up here, that one of those little things for the Bells Rapid video. That's a really good video. I got that right at the end of a heap of rain and stuff, and this would have all been underwater. The last time I went out, it would have probably been about 3/4 the way up here, and then this time I went out, it's basically just about empty. Give me some different things to look at, so some really strong textures, still getting that beautiful water flowing to try and get that through. And I just like this one in black and white. I think it had enough in there to cover itself. It didn't need any colour. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Everything's pretty good in there. This is 16, so everything should be fairly well in focus. That's 1 to 1. That's all pretty good. I've got a little bit of blur on there because I wanted to get that water sort of smooth, so that's probably going to smooth off a bit of the textural features in the rocks. I sort of try to do a little bit of a balance between the both, so you'll forgive me there if it's not 100% spot the dog. And then this one's another one from Bells. Nice little reflection there with some rocks out of the water. Again, these are all underneath water a couple of months ago, or at least a month ago. This one would have definitely been underwater, and then when the first time I went, we wouldn't have been able to see this tree. I don't reckon this tree would have been just sticking out on the top. So yeah, came out lovely, nice, super peaceful. It was fairly hot, good 30 mid-high 30 degrees Celsius when I went out. So it was a fair old push bike ride. I'll give you a hot tip. But yeah, lovely photo, nice and wide. You can fit a lot in there. It picks up some fantastic colours. And another great photo. I'm very happy with that one. Now, you definitely would have seen this, I think, in my last set I went out there. I think the water was about halfway up here. This branch was just sticking out, and I'd come from this way to the left here, and I had that one in the water shooting out, and this was off in the distance. And I think I said in that video when we're testing the Takamar that I probably would have liked to get up closer. Well, I could get up closer because I was I could basically walk on top of it I was that close, and that 16mm just enabled me just to open it right up and get a picture of it. You can still sort of see you can see all the textures, you can see into the water. So I've got that circular polarizer on there with the ND filter, so that cleaned that up a bit. Plenty of texture there. Lovely colours coming through, and that background come up real nice. Okay, then now this is back at work. This lovely mountain range we got behind our camp. This was a sunset, so we're facing the west here, and I can walk. It takes me about 20 minutes to get to the top of these mountains, or this little mountain. It's basically a knoll like this one back here, and then that beautiful photo. Gorgeous sunset. I love how that does that when you get in the right spot, that light. Beautiful. Not too much flaring in there. A little bit here. You can see a touch there. It does say on their website that they've got a coatings on there to try and reduce the ghosting and flaring, but I actually don't mind a little bit like that, especially when you're pointing straight at the sun. You're not going to get a perfection, but those little sunbeams coming through, and then pretty darn good, and that gorgeous little mountains in the back. This is all part of Karanjini National Park. If you look that up on your map, you'll see where we are in the world, and it's a beautiful spot in WA. It's one of the biggest national parks in Australia. It's an amazing place, and yeah, very nice. You see down here, this is spin effects. You don't want to mess with that. They're like little bales of needles. They'll go through your jeans into your skin, and I give you a hot tip. It's like going to get blood out. It's like giving blood about 1,000 times in a minute. And then the last one, again, just that similar photo a little bit later, and I think it a little bit dark. I was sort of tossing up between the two. That one, I sort of like this one a little. I know it's a little bit darker, but it's just that pure sunset one. And again, yeah, very happy with that. Okay, this one here is sunrise one. So we just did the sunset, now we're into the sunrise. You can see here ISO 800 16mm f16 2 seconds, so a little bit of a delay. This was probably about 4:30 in the morning. Sun doesn't come up till about 5:15, so it was a little bit of a night shot, and I'm pretty happy with how it come. It does have a little bit, you can see a fair bit of grain in there, but I did have to bring up the exposure a fair bit on it. I said I only did a 2 second one. It wasn't a super duper, but it still come up pretty good for how dark it was when I walked up there. I had a headlamp on. I just pulled my headlamp off and put it on my bag before and set the tripod up, and this was one of the test photos. For that to come up that and be able to pull that back out of that image, I'm pretty happy with that. So its ability to grab light and pull into the lens and give you the best opportunity to get a good photo is pretty special, and that's why I took this one in. And yeah, so here's my first morning shot. So sunrise over here, you can see, I'll try and shoot right in. There's the camp. Just wait for the computer to catch up here. A little bit of loading action. Come on. Go back to 1:1. So there's the camp. That's where I walked from. And there's the mine site. You can see the cutouts where one of the pits here and the diggers and everything have just. It used to be a mountain that went like that, and now it's. And it was really cool because the sun was rising only in summer, that it comes straight over the top of that mine, and then in winter that sun moves all the way over here and then follows that range. I'll show you in another photo. But yeah, so summer, as soon as that summer change, it all happens in about a week. I come back and the sun had moved all over this way, so to get that right there and then where I wanted it was fantastic. It's got a little bit of nice little flare here. I don't mind that. This tree's pretty much super duper in focus. I'm happy with that one. These nasty spin effects. They're crystal clear, no dramas there. 10th of a second, 16mm 16, so I was trying to get as much as I could. And you see these little balls, and you can now see down on the bottom below the hill, that's all the same thing. So you can imagine trying to walk through here like with bare feet or shorts, you wouldn't last 5 seconds. Be amazing. Great little photo. Really like that one. It came up pretty good. Very happy. Now, so yeah, we'll see if I can go in 3:1 if the computer can handle it. See how far out. So we'll sort of lose it. That is a fair way away. That's a few Ks away, so I'm not expecting everything, but you can definitely make out here the mine. That's the pit. That's P1. They call that. It's very, very cool. Nice little outline, and I think it sort of made that sort of sunrise pop a little bit. Next, now this is probably one of my favourite. This came up really good. I think I've got to do probably a little bit more of an edit just to clean that suns a little bit. Maybe I'm learning Lightroom and stuff like that, so please forgive me. But you can see how I said the sun here is over the top of the mine. Come winter, it comes straight over this range, and basically the sun comes through that. So the gap here right up next to this range here, so it's a beautiful spot of the Pilbara. I actually really enjoy it. It's nice after a 12.5-hour shift to come home, look at your room door, and you get to look up and go, wow, look at that, that's amazing. Mother Nature, she's an amazing thing. Come up pretty good. Oh, didn't like that, did it? Nice and crystal clear here, that's all good, nice and sharp. Those ray beams, look at those ray beams coming through, stoked about that. Pick up everything on the floor, and that range, it's pretty cool. When you go along that range there, it's, I don't know if you ever raced BMX or gone to BMX watch the BMX in the Olympics, the jumps, whoop-de-doos, basically that mountain range is like that. It's pretty darn cool if you're looking at it from the other angle. Okay, back here, and then so this is, we did our sunset ones where the sun was over here, so this is back that one. It was a little bit dark just before, and now here's a good one to show you. You can see down here these nasty spikes, my friends, and then that's come up, and then you can go all the way out to Karanjini National Parks over here. I'm trying to get out there if I can. It's got some amazing waterfalls. If you ever come into the Western Australia, definitely chuck Karanjini on your list to go and visit. It's a beautiful part of Australia, and it's probably not as well known as it should be. There's some amazing, beautiful places, gorgeous waterfalls and bushwalks, and you can go camping and stuff like that, so definitely worth checking out. So yeah, another nice one. I was pretty happy with that. And then lucky last, just another one from that side. You can see the camp there. It's all pretty clear. It's pretty happy. Again, 16mm f16 ISO 100. A little bit of flaring here, but you can done well pointing straight into the sun. ND filter sort of helped out a bit. So I don't know if that ND filter might have something to do with that. Well, that sun, that bit of blowout, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Overall, I had a couple of wins with some fantastic photos. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea. And I'll jump out of here. Anyway, so what did you think, guys? That's the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Fantastic lens. I had a ball testing this. I'm in love with it. It is now my regular vlogging lens. I'm able to get super close to it and get all my ugly head in. I know I get close. I'm sorry. I'll try not to scare you. Just don't show the kids, because then they probably will scream. But anyway, I had a ball doing this. I hope you enjoyed some of the photos. I'll be posting all these guys on Instagram for you to check out and go in closely and have a good look at them. Much appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed, if you've just dropped by to check out about the lens, if you're an M user, please chuck us down below. If you are a Canon M series user, please contact Sigma. The more people that contact Sigma to ask for some zoom lenses in this contemporary range, maybe even an art series like the zooms, the 20 to 70, the 70 to 200, that would be friggin' amazing. That would complete a 5-lens set, I think would be amazing. And that's about it. I think that's everything. I've covered everything. I'm very happy. Thank you, Sigma, for making this lens. Please make us some zooms in 2020. That is my wish from you. I much appreciate that, and I'm sure all us other M6, M100s, M50 users would much appreciate it. Not a sponsored video by Sigma. I did buy this. I'm not sure if the sales are still on, but you can get some great deals on eBay. I'll have the link down below for that. It's obviously an affiliate link. Any support you can get. I do have my Teespring merchandise. There's a link below for that. You can shoot over and grab another day, another vlog shirt, cup, leggings, pad, backpack, bag, singlet. There's all sorts there. There's plenty there for you. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. That helps me out a lot, and hopefully down the track I can get some more gear and we'll do some more chatting. Anyway, that's it from me. Another video. Sigma 16mm F1.4. 2 thumbs up from me, and what an amazing lens. Thanks, Sigma. Catch us later.